Look, as of yesterday, May 28th, 2026, the Anthropic Opus 4.8 release fundamentally broke your existing multi-agent LangGraph architectures. And I don't mean it broke them through deprecation, actually. I mean it broke them through total obsolescence. If you are still running the exact same orchestration logic you were running just 48 hours ago, you are actively burning compute and leaving massive performance on the table. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to tear down your current system and rebuild it for an entirely new paradigm.
I want you to really consider this reality. Your pipeline was correct yesterday, it is wrong today. Not because you built it badly, but because Opus 4.8 just shipped 3 features that completely change where every single model sits in your agent stack. Most channels right now, they're going to show you benchmarks. We are going to show you which nodes in your current LangGraph graph need to be reassigned this week and exactly why. This isn't just a passive review. Consider this an aggressive, high-value architecture audit trigger.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Before Opus 4.8, you had your existing architecture, right? A single-threaded orchestrator running Opus 4.7 that plans tasks, assigns agents sequentially, uses a completely fixed compute budget per task, and silently misses its own logical errors. But look at the new paradigm we're dealing with today. After 4.8, we are operating with dynamic fan-out workflows, strict API-level effort control, and a model with literally 4 times the self-correction honesty. The severe bottlenecks of those old single-threaded orchestrators have just been completely blown away.
Which brings us to the very first massive break in your current pipeline. Your orchestrator is single-threaded. Think about the old pattern of having Opus 4.7 call subagents one by one, constantly waiting for each to finish before moving to the next. By doing that now, you are leaving 10 times the execution speed on the table. Opus 4.8 introduces an ephemeral native JavaScript runtime that abstracts and parallelizes this execution entirely in the background. It's a total game changer.
Instead of those slow sequential chains, Opus 4.8's new dynamic workflows natively fan out up to 16 concurrent subagents simultaneously. And the hard cap? An absolutely incredible 1,000 instantiations per workflow run. The orchestrator spawns these agents, lets them work in localized, sandboxed environments, and then verifies their convergence on an answer. And because all of this is managed internally by the model's runtime, it completely resolves that historical nightmare of rapid context bloat that used to crash your primary sessions.
So how do we actually fix this today? Step 1, you've got to strip out those sequential subagent calls from your custom code. Just get rid of them. Step 2, add a dynamic workflow invocation directly at the orchestrator node. The play here is to utilize LangGraph as your macro orchestrator, let it handle the state persistence, memory, database connections, the whole shebang, but explicitly route your highly parallelizable subtasks into a native Opus 4.8 dynamic workflow node. That's how you exploit that massive parallel computing leverage. Moving on to break number 2, your compute budget is completely binary. Historically, you've had to pick either an expensive Opus model or a cheaper Sonnet model at deploy time for any given node. This rigid routing logic meant you were almost certainly overpaying for simple tasks or dangerously under-provisioning complex ones. It created a highly suboptimal setup that was draining your resources. Well, Anthropic just shipped the solution, and it's called effort control. And listen, this is absolutely crucial. This is not prompt engineering. You are no longer hacking together those think step-by-step prompts, hoping the model somehow tries harder. Effort control is a programmatic API parameter. You set it to low, medium, high, or max, and it dynamically allocates compute and cognitive depth before the text ever even reaches the semantic processor. It essentially acts as a compute read replica for your AI engine. So here is your exact fix for that binary compute problem. You need to implement dynamic effort routing. Route your ambiguous but simple tasks to Opus at low effort. Why? Because Opus Low frequently costs less and acts faster than Sonnet at high effort. Then, strictly route your high failure cost decisions, things like critical workflow planning, to Opus Max to engage its deepest possible reasoning. Reserve your Sonnet 4.6 models exclusively for standard mechanical implementation execution. Doing this will drastically lower your cost per outcome.
Okay, break number 3. This one's going to hit home for the operations teams out there. Your trust checkpoints are drastically overbuilt because older models, and yeah, that includes Opus 4.7, would confidently confabulate data or silently miss their own errors. You were practically forced to build excessive human-in-the-loop checkpoints. You essentially engineered around model distrust. You were treating your AI like a well-meaning but totally reckless intern, and honestly, it's costing you severe latency and overhead.
Now, what's really fascinating here is that Anthropic didn't just improve the coding syntax with this release. They achieved a massive 4x improvement in Opus 4.8's honesty. The model now has an unprecedented ability to self-flag its own logic and code flaws mid-execution. Instead of charging blindly ahead with a flawed architecture, it acts way more like a senior staff engineer who actually stops and asks a clarifying question. Get this, during rigorous system testing, Opus 4.8 achieved an absolute statistical 0% uncritical flawed results metric. It literally never uncritically reported a flawed or hallucinated result as a successful execution. Coupled with a mere 3.7% failure to raise rate, this proves the model is remarkably safe to run asynchronously. You no longer need someone hovering over every single token being generated. The fix here requires an immediate recalibration of your orchestrator trust surface. First things first, audit your existing checkpoints to identify which ones exist purely because you simply didn't trust the old model. Second, strip those distrust checkpoints out of your LangGraph pipeline entirely. Just drop them. You only want to keep the checkpoints that require genuine, nuanced human judgment. All right, on to our fourth and final architectural break. Operators right now are flying completely blind on long-running asynchronous jobs. Think about it. In the past, if you had an agent running a massive codebase refactor and you realized you needed to change its instructions mid-flight, you couldn't just interrupt it. Old APIs forced you to do a complete context dump, rebuild the entire prompt, and resubmit. It broke your prompt cache and caused catastrophic latency. Opus 4.8 fixes this beautifully with mid-task system entries. This is a native capability built right into the Messages API that allows you to dynamically inject a new system instruction at the exact current turn of the conversation. You can redirect, inject context, or entirely abort running agents mid-execution. And the best part? It seamlessly adopts the new directive without breaking the pre-computed computational cache of those preceding hundreds of thousands of tokens. You can finally say goodbye to those highly brittle context patcher pipelines. To fix this in your system, you must wire mid-task message hooks directly into your multi-agent orchestration layer. Add intervention hooks at every single long-running node in your LangGraph setup. This gives your human operators immediate real-time control to course-correct agents asynchronously with a zero blast radius. You get total control while entirely avoiding those massive API latency penalties. Let's pivot for a second and see how this builds into the enterprise compliance angle. If you work in life sciences, pharma, or finance, you already know that every model upgrade requires revalidation under strict frameworks like GAMP5 and FDA Computer Software Assurance. But here's the thing. Opus 4.8's massive improvements in model honesty actually offer a massive compliance argument for upgrading faster, rather than putting it off. Because the model now reliably surfaces its own errors, it provides the exact functional evidence you need to transition away from exhaustive, 100% manual human oversight. You can move to highly efficient, exception-based, scoped autonomy. The AI runs the routine tasks autonomously and automatically escalates only the edge cases where it flags internal uncertainty. This fully satisfies regulatory mandates for appropriate human oversight while entirely removing the operational bottleneck. And this brilliantly illustrates your new execution layer architecture, or ELA. Under this new paradigm, simple route and classify nodes, they keep the ultra-cheap Haiku model. Standard mechanical execution, that stays with Sonnet 4.6. But look at the Opus assignments. Ambiguous tasks get Opus 4.8 on low effort. High-failure tasks get Opus 4.8 max effort. Multi-agent orchestration is entirely handled by Opus 4.8 dynamic workflows. And your trust checkpoints and validation now require far fewer humans because the model's honesty parameters are doing the heavy lifting for you. I want to really drill down on an evergreen principle in modern AI engineering. A new model release is not a benchmark event. It is an architecture audit trigger. Every node in your pipeline has a new optimal assignment. The engineers who audit fastest ship fastest. If you're just passively reading benchmark scores on Twitter and not proactively redesigning your graph today, you are already falling behind. So let's wrap this up with an actionable closing checklist. Take these 4 questions to your engineering team literally this week. 1. Which nodes in our pipeline still use sequential subagent calls that should be replaced by dynamic workflows? 2. Which human-in-the-loop checkpoints exist solely because we didn't trust the old models? 3. Where exactly is binary hard-coded routing wasting our compute budget? And 4. Do our long-running asynchronous nodes currently lack mid-task intervention hooks? Look, the era of relying on messy prompt engineering to force models to think deeper or orchestrate better, it's officially over. Opus 4.8 just made it a structural, architectural discipline. So the final question I leave you with is this.
Are you going to keep patching your prompts today, or are you ready to finally fix your architecture? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.